Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and joining me on the podcast today is newsbreaker, lovemaker, Deven, the roller coaster Rall.
Charlie Neff out sick again.
Charlie
Does
Neff's
she
out.
have the worst immune system known
I know.
to man?
It's crazy how some people are just always out sick.
She needs to take some vitamin C or something.
I know. You're often out. You have a problem. You're often sick on Mondays, some sad reason. Like Mondays, you always call
that
sick.
was years ago.
Oh, was that a false narrative?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a narrative at one point, but I figured it out. Yeah, it was weird. It was just like the sick bug would just hit on Monday.
I hate that.
After Sunday.
I hate that. Hey, you've got the earphones on for this podcast.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I usually don't wear the earphones.
I like it.
It makes you feel a bit more comfortable.
Well, no, I can really hear you.
Okay.
Actually. And I can actually pick up on things you're saying and whatnot.
Because of the accent.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of hard to, without them, to really understand what you're saying.
Huh. All right. Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today we'll give you updates on the Diddy trial because the jurors have nearly all been selected, and there's a new lawyer who's added to the Diddy team.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite story of the last little while, maybe since Blake and Justin Baldoni, is the Beckham drama.
Is it really?
The drama with the Beckhams.
You're not on your own because the traffic for these stories are insane. I feel like this is just stupid family drama, but people are super into it.
So into it. We'll give you some more scoop there. And finally, we'll talk about, I was going to say Travis Kelce's ex, but the point is that she doesn't want to be known as Travis Kelce's ex. So Kayla Nicole, very beautiful, former TMZ staffer.
Mm-hmm.
She says that she wants to be known for her own stuff, not who she used to date. We'll remind you we're live on YouTube. So if you're out there, if you're watching, please leave your comments or questions and we'll get to them at the end of the show. To begin
Those are
with,
always good.
what, the ones at the end of the show?
Mm-hmm.
I love going live.
I like those.
I love getting those questions.
I like those.
To begin with, let's talk about Diddy because he added a new lawyer. She's black.
Mm-hmm.
She's a she. And also, she has survived a sexual assault in the past. So, a pretty interesting addition to Diddy's defense.
I mean, if you think about it, this is exactly what he was looking for. As you look to have someone it's pretty detailed as what she went through as far as she went to some guy's house in Atlanta and was brought into a bathroom, and it's pretty crazy graphic stuff. And obviously feel for her. And if she's defending Diddy, to me, at least looking on the outside, that looks like she thinks that he's innocent of these crimes. No?
And if it's good enough for her, maybe it's good enough for the jury.
Exactly. If you're a jury member and you're sitting there and you know that this woman who is defending Diddy is a sexual assault victim herself and survivor, I feel like you're more keen to be well, she's clearly heard his side of the story and believes him because there's no way in hell she'd be defending Diddy if she thought that he did these things.
Yep, I agree. I agree. And also we know that Diddy's kids are going to come to the trial. I think that the jury's just going to get painted a picture of this kind old man.
Family guy.
He's gone grey. He's got the reading glasses, spectacles on.
I mean, I guess that's just basically just our judicial system is just half of it. If you think about it, is just on optics.
Most of
what is he gonna wear? How's he gonna look? Who's in the courtroom supporting him? Who are his attorneys that are defending him?
You see how we said they did the Met Gala looks, the lawyers walking into court?
No, exactly. Yeah, and it's like at the end of the day, what the jury should be looking at is the facts that are laid out in the trial, and there's just so much other stuff that goes into it.
Right. I mean, yeah, facts don't matter as much as just the story.
Right.
The story you present to the jury, whether it be true or not, if you can get them to buy it, then you win.
Right. And Diddy's going against the optics on the other side. It's an all-female prosecution. Correct. So they're trying to, show that united front of here's a guy who's done some terrible things to women and we're trying to, get justice essentially.
And now today is the final day of jury selection, unless there's some issues, I guess. Today
they've been going through it pretty quick. I mean, they have hundreds of potential people,
right,
and then they answer the questions, and the defense and the prosecution each has a allotted number of people they could be we don't want them, and so they're automatically out. But they've gotten, I believe, they have to get 45, and I believe they've gotten.
What do you mean 45?
They have to get they have to whittle it down to 45 potential jurors.
Okay.
And then then it goes to the actual jurors that are involved because there's obviously alternates.
This is like American Idol. So they like
basically
they go into one room and they're like
a little more serious.
Guys,
No, they're not going to Hollywood.
They're not going to Hollywood. Guys, I got a bit of bad news.
No, they're going to the court in New York. But I mean, it's interesting because it's such a high profile case, and it's like obviously it's not like it's a local news story where everyone knows what's going on, have read media reports, so it's hard to actually get people that will not be biased one way or the other.
I'm surprised about these potential jurors like not wanting to be on the case. Like people are making all sorts of excuses. A pothead said, "I'm too much of a stoner. I can't concentrate."
It's funny how you
case.
focused on that one.
Well, I just there
was hundreds of people, but that was the reason.
Yeah, so he got excused. Like other people find like.
I mean, would you want to be involved in this?
In the
Personally,
Diddy case?
I wouldn't.
No, you're lying.
I swear to God, I wouldn't. Dude, you're gonna be there till July.
On the Diddy case, brother, the biggest case in Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't want those problems.
No, Netflix will be knocking at your door wanting you on the new. Harvey Levin will be knocking at your door wanting.
I don't want Harvey Levin knocking on my door ever, and he's my employer.
True.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Me personally, yeah, I get your point. Some people would want like the fame and the notoriety and to be in the know, but like, dude, I'm not trying to show up to court until summer.
Yeah, but they're not sequestered, which I thought was interesting.
It's impossible nowadays, right?
But I mean,
you can't ask people till July to just like go into a hotel room. I know they did that for OJ.
Yeah,
but
nearly
like
a whole year they were sequestered.
I mean, that's crazy,
I know,
bro. And you're the one who wants to do the trial.
Well, I don't want to be. If I was sequestered with the weed, then maybe
then you're in.
It could be kind of fun. It's like another COVID.
Oh my God.
Okay.
They're not asking you to be on the trial. Thank God.
No, thank God. On to our next story. Family Feud. Nicola Peltz. She is standing up to Brooklyn Beckham's toxic parents. So this is so interesting because it used to be an issue of the new girlfriend, Kim Turnbull.
I mean, that was the heart of everything.
That was the genesis of everything, yes. Allegedly. I think it's an alleged now.
Well, no, because so if I remember correctly, because Brooklyn used to have some fling with this girl.
I think that's false news.
Why do you think? I've seen photos of them together.
Yes, because Kim used to date Rocco Ritchie, who's Madonna's kid.
And is
Brooklyn's like best friend. It's like Brooklyn's best friend.
I mean, I don't know. All I'm saying is I know where we're getting this information, and it's from legit people. Brendan, shout out to him. He's been the one who's kind of been working on all this.
But I've heard I've seen reports from the Beckhams and stuff like that Brooklyn and Kim never actually did anything. They were kind of just friends, and that the bro code was really
regardless of you. The bro code thing can be disputed, but the one thing that can't be disputed is that Brooklyn thinks that this girl is just essentially all she cares about is money, fame, and is just trying to get with any family that she can for notoriety. Basically, he thinks she has other
motives. Intentions. Yeah, but okay, exactly. But he thinks that. But now she's with the brother, and obviously the brother and the parents are embracing the girl, and whatever you think doesn't matter anymore. It just doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, he's entitled to his opinion. I guess I would say the grudge that he's holding to this extent is all right, bro.
I think it's a Nicola Peltz grudge almost as much as it is Brooklyn, because I think Nicola has had, reportedly beef in the past with Victoria over their wedding.
Well, reportedly, this has been brewing. There's been reports for, I don't know, like you said, as long back as to the wedding that her and the mom, Victoria, don't like each other.
Right.
So you think that that's actually what?
Yes, and now this Kim girlfriend is getting thrown under the bus.
So you think she's the scapegoat?
Yes, definitely.
Because now it's all coming out that, I mean, I had never heard this detail, but apparently from Brooklyn and is it Nicola's side, that Victoria felt like Nicola stole Brooklyn away from her, and actually at their wedding during the first dance, Victoria came in and was excuse me.
Right, I heard that.
And was I let me have this dance.
But I heard That's because the reason she swooped in like that is because Nicola was trying to control the whole wedding. It was kind of
It's her wedding.
I
bro.
know it is, but it was at her house with all of her things, and also Victoria wanted her to wear a special dress that's like sentimental, and Nicola said no to that.
She's entitled to.
I
It's
know
her wedding.
but she was being
bro.
bridezilla allegedly, and that's what's kind of
Or
started the
was
rift.
Victoria being an overbearing mom? That's weird, bro.
There's a lot.
And that's actually puts Brooklyn in a tough position.
Well, to be continued, but I mean,
they're basically just
so
keep going
good.
back and forth. He just had his 50th.
and they went and
They didn't go. And then
go.
apparently they like this I find a little weird. They're like, oh, we turned down the Met Gala because we wanted to go out and meet with him out in London and celebrate the 50th, but that never happened. It's like, bro, you guys didn't go all the way out to London and they didn't like just say, no, we won't speak with you.
I think all signs point to Nicola Peltz.
Interesting.
Is what I believe.
TMZ investigates.
Onto our final story. Kayla Nicole, she doesn't want to be known as Travis Kelce's ex. Let's have a listen.
You know, you sit down and you do an hour-long interview with someone, and the headline is maybe a one sentence that you said of like, yeah, I was heartbroken and devastated because I went through a breakup. And that's the headline. Like, so-and-so's ex is devastated still, and she's sad and she's depressed. It's like, damn, girl, did you listen to anything else? I also think, too, to your point, like, people will always say, like, get over it, which is so interesting. And to them, I say, you too.
Love it.
I get how that could be frustrating for sure as a celebrity. I mean, and first of all, it's like, hey, you're not famous, sorry. So that's why you're referred to as Travis Kelce's ex.
Yeah, she gets that.
But also, it's like, get over it.
Who are you talking to?
To
Kayla.
Kayla.
What do you mean she is over it?
No, does she seem over it to you in that clip? She's pissed off.
Well, I mean, she's over Travis.
Then don't do interviews if people are going to refer to you as Travis Kelce's ex.
So she can't do anything. She can't
and that's
do any
going to
media.
upset you. But I guess she's entitled to her opinion. If
Doesn't
you're
seem like it.
upset about like how people like characterize her. But it's
Yeah.
like, dude, if we put up Kayla Nicole says this, people would be like, who?
I know. But imagine
You have to.
But Deven, imagine if you know, back in
Also,
the
does
past,
she want to be a TMZ? She could be an ex-TMZ staffer. Would she be cool with that?
I mean, that's not great.
Yeah,
No one wants
I
to
would
be
rather
that.
be Travis Kelce's ex.
But if you used to date way back when, you know, Sydney Sweeney,
Yeah.
and then forever you were known as Sydney Sweeney's ex.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Even though you're currently with
That
a
would
new
be
lady.
That would be awesome.
Even though you've got a wife who you love.
I mean, if she's upset about it, but if you're always being tied as like people see a headline and we're like, wait, that dude was with Sydney Sweeney?
All
That's
right.
awesome.
That was a bad example.
That's awesome.
Bad
yes.
example. Okay, let's get on with the comments. On the Diddy trial, Frank said Diddy is not getting out for a long time.
Well, Frank, the trial will tell.
I'm leaning towards he will get off.
I am leaning towards he's going to get off as well.
No pun intended.
Oh, wow.
The Superbia Jones effect says an all-female jury would definitely not be a jury of his peers. True.
Yeah, but it's not.
I think there's
a lot of men.
there's men on there. And we should know the final 12 and extra 6
by either
today.
latest tomorrow.
Rudy says, what if you get a lifetime supply of baby oil if you're a juror of the PDD case?
Rudy, come on.
That'd be a nice little perk.
What the heck are you going to do with baby oil?
I got a few ideas.
Oh, no.
Marcia says, if you believe that Diddy is innocent, then something is really wrong with you. He is guilty on several charges. Don't get it twisted. These people are not lying on him. Get a grip. Yeah, I don't think Diddy is innocent in inverted commas, but it's a high bar to prove him guilty.
Exactly, and it's going to be interesting what actual evidence the prosecution lays out in the trial, because you'd have to imagine they have some like aces up their sleeves that haven't leaked yet.
Yeah, you would hope.
I mean,
if they don't, then maybe
that's what I'm saying. If it's only what is out there, I don't know if he's going to go away.
On Kayla Nicole, Sir Mel says, it's really sad that Travis Kelce's ex doesn't want to be known as Travis Kelce's ex. What was Travis Kelce's ex's name again?
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, I get why that would be frustrating for her, but sorry, you're always going to be Travis Kelce's ex.
Lola says, hi, you guys. I finally get to catch Deven live. I love his voice.
Dude, no one has that. I hate the sound of my own voice.
No.
It's very unique.
It's a unique voice. I think it's nice.
Oh, thank you.
It lulls me into sort of like...
Oh, I thought you were about to say to sleep.
No, it's calming.
Oh,
it's just
okay.
a calming,
well,
soothing
I'm glad
voice.
to be here for you, man.
Your face, though,
Oh, that's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. David Zaldivar, a bit of a sneak diss at Deven. It's get well soon, Charlie
Yeah,
Neff.
so thank you, Lola. David, see you tomorrow, hopefully, if she's feeling better.
Melissa Bressler. Okay, this is pretty cool. Catching y'all live. I've been listening to the podcast every day for over 3 years.
Wow, Melissa.
But this is my first live event. I listen in on my way to work and I walk in the best mood. Wow.
Wow.
If-
What a way to end.
Look, we have put a pin in giving T-shirts out for a little while, but if I was giving T-shirts, it would
Wait,
have
so
gone to Melissa.
that already ended?
They're putting a pin in it for a little while,
Okay.
trying to figure things out. It's a logistical nightmare.
Can you imagine the mood Melissa would be in if she was getting sent a shirt as well?
If T-shirts come back on the docket, Melissa's going to get the first one.
Wow. She's flying high.
She must be stoked. She must be stoked. Congrats to you, Melissa, potentially. Okay. Thanks, Deven.
Yeah, of course.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.